Hello there, folks, and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka that Tellest guy, and I am joined, as always, by my lovely co-host Rhianna.
Hello.
We are going to do a little bit of a mini episode today. I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather. Once again, sick. This time, I think with probably some remnants of COVID. I have a
sinus problem or something.
Yeah, I got a pretty bad sinus infection, and it's like affecting like my one tooth and like the associated jaw and my ear and all the good stuff. So
Always something.
it's always something.
It's either you or me or the world.
Yep. So we're going to talk about something that's associated with Tellest, but not technically part of Tellest. It's just under the umbrella.
It's part of Tellest because it's a passion project that Michael does.
Right. Well, and
you are Tellest.
Right, and we've kind of over the past few months, I suppose, we've kind of looped in the idea that like you, me, and the animals are Tellest no matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
So That's Entertainment actually precedes a lot of the projects that we've worked on. You can see as I shift down here that we've got some videos from 15 years ago. They actually precede you and me being together.
By 1 year.
I stopped working on them because Rhianna and I met each other.
I ruin everything.
And I just didn't have time to do this kind of stuff anymore. So we ended up kind of putting this on hold, and then I brought it back as kind of like top 10 content that I've been doing since the week of my birthday this year. So we've got like a new episode that comes up every week, and as of today, I've got stuff scheduled out through the first week of January. So we're still 12 weeks out, and we've got again, new episode coming through every week. Right now, we're focused entirely on NES content. Like, I'm kind of leveling up through the years, starting with the NES, and then we'll be moving on to the SNES and Sega and stuff like that. And we might have some little pit stops along the way with some stuff that a lot of people probably didn't play, but I did. So it's like a little passion detour for me.
Right. I'm still looking forward to, I told him he needs to make a top 10 games my terrible at games wife plays that she loves.
We got to do a special episode just for Rhianna that's not intrinsically linked to the NES era or anything like that.
Right.
I will also say that we're working on a mini series with a partner of ours, an affiliate. Get 'em Next Year is sports themed, and I am very much not a sports guy. But we have a sports set of episodes that are scheduled for the first week of January as well, and then that goes on for 6 episodes, ending the week of the Super Bowl. Those are going to be like actual sports, not just sports games. The first episode is going to be sports games, but
that's the bridge betwixt the two.
Yeah. And then the plan is eventually to try and like keep expanding on this, but I can't do it all by myself, so I'm going to try and see if I can loop in some other people to help me with things like the editing and stuff like that, because I can do the audio. That's the easy part. The audio and the script and stuff like that I can work on pretty quick, but
the editing's time consuming.
Yeah, because you have to edit the audio, then you have to edit the video. It's very time consuming. Yeah. And especially when you have 10 other projects.
Yeah, YouTubers do a lot of work.
YouTubers?
They really do. Like behind
YouTubers.
The scenes. YouTubers.
I didn't hear YouTubers. I heard YouTubers. Like you dupers.
You dupers.
So right now, like I said, top 10 content. One of the things that we did in the past is we did video game reviews, and I'd love to get back to that. Maybe kind of do that at a higher level than we were before, since there are so many video games from the retro content. And I've changed the way that I did this. I used to get all the content myself, but like the long plays that exist on YouTube now make it a lot easier to throw this stuff together. So
I do want to say, just it is impressive that you put together like review videos 15 years ago, because like when you think of the world 15 years ago, the internet was not as user friendly as it is nowadays.
What was the first YouTube video? Was that 25 years ago now, or was it 20? I can't remember. The one where the guy was at the zoo. I can't remember what it was.
Was that the first YouTube video?
I think so.
Interesting.
Yep. I certainly wasn't the first or anything like that, and you can tell by like my low view count and stuff like that that I wasn't immensely popular or anything like that. But I had 300 super fans or so that came to say hi from time to time,
Right.
and a couple of them even came back once I started doing these top 10s 15 years later or
Yeah.
10 years later.
You're I do like the idea that the NES and SNES content.
Matt says hello from Pickle and Y, and he says the guy at the zoo was first.
Interesting. I did not know this.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Well.
I like how you NES. I don't know.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, wait. The nicheness, like the view count is relatively high considering how niche the new content is. Like, and I think when you started this, I was like, it's completely different than like. You're not, like, video game reviews are one thing, but you're doing retro video games?
Matt says, hydrate.
Okay.
And all my bitch waters are empty, so I'm going to take a little sip of yours. Will I?
I don't know where to put it. Alright, fine. What the hell was that?
Niche. The nicheness.
Oh, like, you're not competing. I gotta sip of that. It's not like if you were doing, like, a makeup tutorial and, like, if somebody searched makeup tutorial, they'd have a million of the same damn thing, but not a lot of people on the internet are specifically digging into the retro games. What on earth are you doing, Zelda?
Zelda's trying to play with Luna.
It's funny, because she wants to play and she doesn't know how, because Luna's so big.
She doesn't know how to play with anybody.
I know.
She thinks
She's a weird dog.
She thinks doing one of those at people.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. Yeah, the nicheness.
I have said what I needed to say.
So I try and do something a little bit different every episode. Like I'm not doing the top 10 RPGs and then the top 10 sports games and then the top 10.
It's a deep dive.
Yep, and you can see also like it's color coded so that like if it's green it's going to be that's the genre. If it's purple it's going to be developer specific. If it's blue there's some kind of license tie-in to it. Blue is like hidden gems. And do I have any other colors? I have some other weird stuff. Red was comparisons and things like that. We've got some oddball with the rainbow color. Silver is the mechanics, and then hell is the games that were too hard for me. So
there are, some of the retro ones specifically, I feel like they were impossible.
Oh yeah,
like completely impossible.
And I go into that in some of the episodes, like the concept as to why that was the way that it was. You figure back in like the NES days, that was when like arcades were very popular, so they brought the arcade experience back to
home.
Yeah, and it was a lot of people didn't change anything. It's let's just do verbatim what our arcade experience is. We'll make it so that you can play and continue and stuff like that, but like the experience is meant to be hard because you're meant to be using quarters.
Right.
And then the other problem too was back then you were getting your games from Blockbuster. So you were getting a game that you could rent for the weekend instead of buying a full game. And a lot of times these games, even though they were like, a half an hour long, they were hard to get to the end of that half hour. So if you could just rent it, spend $5.
I forgot about the fact that you could rent video games from like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So
times have changed.
Yeah, that was the reason that things were hard. And interestingly enough, like a lot of games were harder in the West than they were in Japan. Matt said, "No love from Hollywood Video." Didn't you say Hollywood Video?
I did. I said that the
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Well, never mind. Go Rhianna. Yeah, I mentioned it because Hollywood Video is the one close to me.
She said as I was typing.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I Matt, we definitely got stuff from Hollywood Video as well. Or you know what? No, we didn't even get it from Hollywood Video. There was a no-name shop that was, it was like down the road from where we were living at the time, I guess.
I have a fun Hollywood Video story. So back long ago when my mom was a dish and she was a flirty lady, there was one of the Lord of the Rings movies had just come out. I think it was The Two Towers, if I'm not mistaken. But in Hollywood Video, they had, like, a promo of, like, the Lord of the Rings on their shirts. And my mom said she wanted one. So the guy said, I'm sorry, we don't have any for sale. And she said, well, give me yours. And he literally gave her the shirt off of his back.
That's funny.
And I had that shirt for, like, 20 years.
So Matt is talking about the Hollywood Video stuff. And he's talking about the old Wings to Go store spot. I know what you're talking about. You know, you're talking in that shopping center that's next to where Giant was. But we also lived in an apartment complex close to where we used to go to church. And down the road from that was a store that later became a Wawa, but it started as a Hollywood Video. And I guess either the Hollywood Video closed or there was a competing store across the street from there that was like a little no-name mom and pop shop. It was like 2 rooms, basically. It was a really tiny little store, and I think they only did video games. But
do you remember Zany Brainy? There was a store around here somewhere that had that name, and I think I bought like a stuffed cow from there.
It sounds familiar. Do you remember Discovery Zone?
I remember Discovery Zone, but Zany Brainy was like niche in this area, I think.
Yep.
Anyway.
That says I totally remember that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Did you ever go to Sportland when it was out?
I don't think so.
It's where like the LA Fitness is now.
No, I wouldn't have.
Sportland was not for sports. It was like wall-to-wall arcade games.
Oh, that's fun.
They also had indoor golf, and I think they had a go-kart racing thing, and some other stuff too. It was like the biggest arcade that there was around. And then I guess Ultrazone. Do you remember Ultrazone?
I do remember Ultrazone.
That was like the only other place where like it was separate from the mall, where like you had those kind of arcade things.
Yeah.
Matt says, time to get back into some laser tag. Ultrazone! I like how we're talking about things like as he's getting to them as well. Yeah. So the YouTube channel is where you can go to find a lot of these videos that we work on. We also do, there's a website for That's Entertainment as well. For the most part, I do more work on the YouTube channel than I do here, but I do end up trying to put together, Rhianna mentioned the Other World earlier off air, and that is, we do a lot of promotions for other fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thriller authors, basically any kind of spec lit. And anytime we promote on the Tellest website, we also promote, we syndicate that promotion on 2 sister channels. The speculative literature.
Okay, yeah. I was not familiar with that term, you hippie.
Hippie. So, you know, anytime that we have a promotion on Tellest, we also have a promotion here and on the Fantasy Writing Prompts website. Mm-hmm. So you can see here, there's just tons and tons of content. Right. Every now and then Kev will throw some stuff together on here as well. We have kind of been like ships passing in the night when it comes to how much work we've done with That's Entertainment.
You guys are busy.
Yeah, and he's very busy because he's one of the ones who runs Get 'Em next year.
Right.
And that has taken up a huge amount of his time lately. So
yeah, the Other World and That's Entertainment stuff is like, it's under the Tellest umbrella, but like when we talk about Tellest, we're usually talking about like the fantasy brand of its kind. So like something like video games doesn't fit in with like the Tellest specific genre.
I will say this though, there has been like, we've talked, you know, not at great length or anything, but we have talked about making the Portal Fantasy kind of stuff that leads into Tellest.
A little sci-fi-esque.
Well, no, like more the how do we get modern day people into the Tellest universe?
Besides us at Christmas.
Exactly. You know, having a way to kind of, the way that like Harry Potter works is you can say like a regular person can get there.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of...
They get on the wrong train.
Right. But there is nothing like that for Tellest right now, but you and I have talked, you know, briefly about ways that we could see that happening.
Right.
One of the ways, funny enough, that I was thinking about doing something like that was an arcade. So it would be weird, you know, and it would be all over the place if we were talking about it now. but
like a Jumanji style where they
sort
get
of.
sucked in.
Sort of. Again, too much to talk about it now,
Right.
I would very much like to create like a kind of hero that ends up taking all that arcade knowledge back to Tellest and doing all that fun stuff.
Good times.
Like I said, I think it's going to be like a mini episode today, but do you have anything else from That's Entertainment that you wanted to chat about?
Just give it some love. Michael puts a lot of work into this as well as Tellest, and
we have a couple of like we do things once a week right now. It's only on Thursdays that That's Entertainment content drops, unless it's on the website and we do other world content.
I will say one other thing. Join me if you see this video in pestering this man to do ASMR videos because he has a lovely voice.
I have told
I know.
time and time again.
You can't just write a script. You gotta improv it.
You gotta tell me what you want me to do.
Right, I
have no idea where to start. You don't have to, pester people to get me to do ASMR. I just need to have something presented for me.
Pester him with presentations.
That's me.
That was your work.
that was me brushing dust away from the presentations.
You're adorable.
Mm-hmm. It was a reference to what you were talking about earlier with the poor lady whose audio kept getting knocked off.
So
of
she was
TikTok.
making her own sound effects. Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
There was one other thing that I wanted to say, and I can't remember. So Thursdays was NES content. When we do get into January, we're gonna loop in Tuesdays as well. Yes.
Zelda was just dragging her butt across Luna's face. Don't play on the stairs, children. No.
As Luna goes to headbutt her down off.
Playing.
Hold on, we're gonna put this on pause and then we'll.
This is really cute.
Yeah.
That's the most I think they've ever played.
That's the most that Luna's ever played with anybody.
That's adorable. I'm dropping out of this ago film. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. Sorry, viewers.
We're gonna end up putting this video up for people to see somewhere.
Go get her. Go get her. Oh, I ruined it with the camera.
Matt said, Jill just got home. We all love you. See you later. We're gonna wrap things up too soon. Have a good night. Say hi to Jill for us.
Bye-bye.
While they're playing, let's wrap things up. You can keep filming. I am. So, folks, on the screen right now, you should see all the places that you can find Tellest content out there on the internet, including That's Entertainment, which you can see right there in the center. Tellest.com is the best first place to start because it'll usually bring you to our other projects. We have 3 places that you can get our map content. Patreon.com/Tellest is where you can get everything for one low price monthly. Very affordable prices. Tellest.etsy.com is where you can get physical versions of our maps. BattleMapFantasy.com is where you can get a la carte digital versions of our maps. So if you want to get them for, like $3 each or something like that, or on sale, we have like 200 maps on there. We have 2 TikTok channels for you to check out. At Tales of Tellest is where you can find eventually this video that Rhianna is taking of the doggies acting silly. At Word Witch Wands is where you can find the arts and crafts that Rhianna works on. And then we got 3 video sites for you to check out. At World of Tellest on YouTube is where you can find all of these Tellest-related content that gets dropped off of Twitch after the month period or whatever. But twitch.tv/thattellest guy is the only place that you can come check us out live and chat with us like Matt did, and reminisce with us about old things like Sportland and Discovery Zone and things like that. And then the new kid on the block is that youtube.com/@that'sentertainmentgames, where you can see the weekly top 10 content that we work on, and new stuff down the lane that we are going to be bringing to the channel as well. But that is going to wrap us up for tonight. Like I said, it's just going to be a quick mini episode because I'm not feeling too well. But we will be back, or I will be back tomorrow working on some maps. It might be a mini episode then as well, but we'll at least get some stuff done. But until then, we'll miss you.